A very warm good morning to all my dear students. Today we are going to start with our third poem, that is the third lesson of the book from the textbook. Okay, and the third chapter is a poem. The title of the poem is The Caged Bird, which was written by Pritika Mahendru. Now, before studying this lesson, let's try to understand the objective why we are reading this very poem. So the objective of the poem is that the time when we see the bird inside the cage, do we feel very happy to see the bird? Most of us, we become very happy. The time when we see the parrot or the lovebirds in the cage, we become very happy. But what happens to the bird? Whether the bird really loves to be inside the cage, this is what is the objective of our poem. That we want to develop an empathy, a feeling, so that you can also understand what is happening in the mind of the creature which are kept in the cage. Secondly, the main concept of this particular poem is to show the helplessness of the bird which are kept inside the cage. They don't want to be inside the cage, but they are helpless, and because of that they are remaining inside the cage. Okay, so everybody wants to have freedom in their life. So this is what the objective is about, to understand the desire of the and the importance of freedom in our life. So before starting this very poem, let's open page number 13. Children, in page number 13 you will get one topic entitled with Listen and Say Aloud. Here in that page you will get some words, and along with the words you will get the rhyming words of that particular word. For example, we got the word wrong. So the rhyming word for the word wrong is strong, fly, sky, pure, cure, me, she or free, round, around or bound. So these are some of the words which you are going to understand with the help of the rhyming words. Okay, and today I will be going to teach you the poem. I will read the poem for you, and then we will have a short discussion. So as we come across with the rhyming words, now there are some warm-up questions. The question is, do you think that birds and animals should be kept inside the cage? Now children, this is the matter which you have to think, that do you really feel that the birds and the animals which are kept inside the cage are very happy? No, we know that they also want to have freedom in their life. They have the wings. They want to soar higher and higher in the sky. No, but once we are keeping them inside the cage, they cannot able to fly. They cannot able to move from one place to another, because they are being kept in a particular bondage in which they have to live inside. Secondly, how would you feel if you were a bird in a cage? Now, a situation is given to you. Supposing you are a bird and you are being asked to be inside a particular cage. Will you love to be there? No. Like you children, now you start analyzing that nowadays we are having the lockdown in our country. No? And we are being asked to be inside our room. And we are from last many days, more than 1.5 months, we are all sitting inside the room and inside our own house. We are not allowed to go out. But what is happening in our mind? We want that no, the school should reopen. We want to go. We want to meet our friends. We want to play. We want to do everything. But as we are not allowed, we don't feel happy at all. In the same manner, these birds, when they are being kept inside the cage and they are being provided with the food items, still they are not happy. In the same manner, when we are being asked, like we are being at home, we don't want to be at home. No, mama is preparing varieties of dishes for us. Papa is bringing a lot of things for you in order to keep you happy. But still, you want to go out. You want that no, this relaxation, we should get some relaxation. This lockdown should come to an end. So this is, we can relate ourselves in today's time with the bird which are kept inside the cage. Okay, so now when we will read this poem, we will come across with some of the difficult words like gloomy, pallid, azure and kith and kin. If you remembered, when I have given you one of the dictation in our module number 2, I use this word and I have given you the explanation of the word azure and kith and kin. So again we will be going to do it, but before that let's read the poem once. So the poem is: the bird I saw today looked gloomy and pale. I wondered what was wrong. Why did he look pallid and weak? Here the poet Pritika, she is saying that I saw a bird and I found that the bird was not at all happy, and the appearance of the bird looks pale, as if the bird is suffering from some illness. And then she said that I wondered that what has happened to the bird, that why the bird looks so pallid, so pale, so colorless, and why the bird is looking so weak, although they are kept inside the cage and been provided a lot of edible items, but still they are not happy. The question I asked was, why did you do this to him? And now she is asking the question to the reader, that why we human beings are keeping the birds inside the cage. Why can't he play like me? Like she is making the question to us, that why we are not allowing the bird also to soar higher and higher in the sky, like as we want to play. Why can't he also be happy and free, like we want to be free? In the same manner, why we are not giving that freedom to the bird to fly? I think he wants to fly high in the azure sky. I think he wants to swell his wings, fly with abandon with his kith and kin. And now she is talking about the desire of the bird, that the bird want to fly in the clear sky, cloudless sky, and there she want to flap her wings, and in a circular motion she want to take a round all around the sky. And then she want to she don't want to be under a bondage. She want to go along with her relatives, with her nearest and dearest one. He played in the cage, up, down, round and round, no one around. He was that tiny space bound. And then she is now again coming back to the explanation of the bird who are being confined in that particular small little cage. And then she is saying that she want to fly, but she cannot able to fly because the cage is very small and the bird is moving all around the cage. Nobody is around the birds, and then it has a tiny space for the bird, and that is why the bird cannot able to use her wings. He sings a sad song. He sleeps alone in the rage. He fight with himself again and again, but nothing happened to his maze. And then because the bird is unable to come out of the cage, the bird is not happy, and that is why the bird is singing a sad song. And she sleeps alone, and when the bird sleeps alone also, at that very time, out of anger, she cannot able to get a fast sleep. And he fight with himself again and again. The bird is fighting with herself, that I want to go out and let the person should make me free from the cage, but nothing was going to help them. And this was something which the bird was thinking as a surprise, that why this is happening to me. I speak to you, and now the poet is speaking to us. You who are free, how would you feel to be a cage like he? And now she's making a question to us, that assume yourself that you are a bird and you are being kept inside a confined place and you are not allowed to move. Then how you will feel? Then a creature so beautiful, a creature so pure, you tell me, human, what is the cure? And then she is making the question to us, that we the human beings are very beautiful and we are very pure from our heart. Then why we are not becoming fair to the animals? Why we want to keep them inside the cage? And then she is making a question, that you tell me if we can able to cure the birds from the life of the cage. Okay, so this is all the explanation of the poem. Now I will be going to give you the homework for you. Okay.